Excuse me? So I just finished Golden Sun. And I just gotta say, what the fuck? Like, this man is just millennial George R. R. Martin at this point. This man, he is like slowly inching his way towards just being George R. R. Martin. Hi, I'm Trent. I just finished up Golden Sun, and I'm here to give you my thoughts about this book. This book is amazing. This feels like what Pierce Brown wanted to write. Like, I don't know if the publisher pushed him to write Red Rising in the way that it is, because Red Rising and this is like night and day differences. There are so many differences between these two, but moving on with my rambling, let's talk about the good, the stuff I love the most. So, first off, the ending. Like jaw on the floor levels. And you saw that opening. It's essentially a second Red Wedding. Now, I'm not going to say what happens in this second Red Wedding, but just know it's very reminiscent of the Red Wedding. But anyway, that was the ending. It floored me. It's so good. It's a betrayal of a character you thought was on your side, that you thought was on Darrow's side, and it isn't. And he wasn't. He never was. He was scheming behind his back. I won't say who it is, because I want y'all to experience this betrayal the way I did, and the way a lot of people did. But moving on to the next thing. The next thing, I want to say this, that the latter half of this book is so good, and absolutely nothing like the first half. Like, I found the first half of this to be incredibly, maybe not slow paced, incredibly messier, I'll say that. Like, the second half of this book is just war. And Pierce Brown does this, and he does this in the first book, but he really does it here. Of how he portrays war. Like, in a lot of war stories, or stories that have war, they'll either go to one side or the other. They'll be like, war is awesome. Or the other side will be like, war sucks. Like, Apocalypse Now versus Lord of the Rings. And Pierce Brown is like right in the middle, because he won't like glorify it, but he'll at the same time show you how messed up some of these things are. Like, there's a scene, I want to say like 3/4 of the way through here, where a character loses a limb, and it's hoarse and it's gruesome. It is gruesome, and it's like it's nasty. It is a nasty scene. Another thing I loved about this, the characters really start to come into their own here. Like, one issue I had with the first book was that the characters felt kind of bland and stale. But here, they come into their own. Severo, Mustang, Roke. I don't know how to say it. I'm saying Roke. The Jackal, Nero, Cassius. Like, they're all starting to come into their own. And Cassius was the only character in the last book that actually felt like he had a character outside of Darrow. And so I'm glad that Pierce Brown's starting to hone his craft, I guess you could say. Regarding the bad. Or no, actually, one more thing I want to say about the good. The dialogue. Like, how the hell does Pierce Brown have fucking space battles and, like, rip off lightsabers, basically, and yet a fucking speech, a conversation is the best thing in this book. Like, what kind of sorcery are you using, Pierce Brown? I want it. I want to be able to write a scene where, like, the best scene is a fucking speech. But regarding the bad, there's not a lot, but one thing I think that he had in the last book that I don't think I mentioned, but I'm going to mention here, that the first person narrative problems that Pierce Brown can sometimes do in this, And it did a lot in the last book, but there were too many. There's one here in, I think it's chapter, I want to say 41, I want to say, where he had this big reveal about something that happened like in the earlier sections. It's like I did this on purpose so that way she could do this. Like, we're in his fucking head. Shouldn't we have known this? Like, if this was a third person narrative, this would be fine. It's a first person fucking narrative. Like, how, huh? But yeah, that's my one big critique. And another thing, and I want to put an asterisk on this one because I don't think it's necessarily bad, but a lot of the, I'm talking about the world building here. A lot of the world building in Red Rising is coming from Wheel of Time fan. I want to say that. The world building here, it's fine. It's honestly fine. It's nothing crazy, but he doesn't like go into super much detail, but it's like this one giant planet, like Star Wars almost. Like, you got one planet that's desert, one planet that's forest, one that's all snow, one that's all ocean. Like, I don't want Malazan planets. Like, detailed planets like Malazan or Earth. But I would rather just have a little bit more. Another thing that I didn't love about this was the opening chapter. While the first book was pretty derivative of the Hunger Games, this book starts off like it'd be derivative of Ender's Game, which, while I'm not the biggest Ender's Game fan, it does ruin me. It does sting a little bit to know that Golden Sun could have been an Ender's Game ripoff, whereas Red Rising was a Hunger Games ripoff. You know what? I think that's it. I think that's all I got to say about Golden Sun. Overall, despite what I said about this book, this is fantastic. This is where he goes from like wearing his influences on his sleeves to ripping them off and becoming his own thing. 10 out of 10. Absolute 10 out of 10 book. Go read this now. Now, before you leave, I want to say one thing. Like the video, subscribe, and check out the socials in the description below. And I'm going to tell you the book that I will be reviewing next, and that is Morningstar, the final book in the original Red Rising trilogy, next week. See you there.